Well, hello. Thanks again for joining me. This is another episode of Fifth Recovery. Um, you know, let me start off with my 5 things I was thankful for in my old journal. 5 things I was thankful for on December 16th, 2001. I am thankful for music, love, close friends, nice shoes, and modern medicine. No doubt. I say about modern medicine that it takes, there's the saying that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I say it takes a village and a chemical plant to keep me alive with all the medications I'm on. This is my broadcast where I talk about my recovery. I'm currently in the second recovery for crystal meth. And, my problem right now is goals. I need to set some goals, and I don't know what I want my goals to be. Before I talk about goals, one goal I have right now is this podcast, and I watch a lot of reality television, and I know in reality television they tell the talent, the stars, don't talk about production. People don't want to hear about the setups and the behind the scenes crap. But I'm going to talk about production for a second because I often say I can't get out of the door one try. I rarely get out of the door on one try. I forget my wallet, I forget my keys, I forget wherever I'm going, whatever I was supposed to be taking. Yesterday it took me 4 tries to get out the door. I don't know what was it. Anyway, yeah, because I was leaving the house. I was going to stop by Whole Foods to drop something off to return to Amazon, and then I was going to my friend's house. Yeah, and I was supposed to take games there. I got the games in the car, but then forgot the keys. Then I got the keys, and I went all the way to Whole Foods to realize I forgot my phone. And then I came back, I got my phone, and then I forgot my wallet. I'm not great getting out the door. And I say all that to say it takes even more to get this set up. This whole setup, I know it looks simple, but I'm on my bed. There's a microphone, because I want a decent sounding microphone. And, there's wires. There's wires that go into that. The microphone has to be plugged into the little microphone booster, which has to be plugged into the wall. That has to be plugged in the computer. Right now, the computer, the battery's low, so that has to be plugged into the wall. And then there's lights. There's light here. There's a little underlight, so it don't look like that. And then light over there. Anyway, I say all that just to say that I'm seeking goals right now. Goals is what I need. I should say my truck is running thanks to my friend who helped me pay for it. And those brakes had been going bad for probably a few weeks. They'd squeak, and the thing is, I gotta say this. The thing is, I know I've driven around on cars with squeaky brakes for like months and months. This was totally different. This was like, it was squeaking for a little while, maybe a few weeks, to the point I was thinking, okay, when payday gets around, I'm gonna get my brakes fixed, and then they told me a spring snapped, is what they said. A spring snapped on my brakes, because I do something drastically changed, and that's what it was. It actually wasn't it was not the master cylinder. A spring snapped. A spring in the brake snapped. Anyway, and the guy said, what did he say? He said, I don't ever want to see brakes that are worse off than that. Is what he said. I don't ever want to see brakes worse than that. Anyway, I'm not dead yet. In therapy, oops, I didn't start my 15-minute thing. I'll start it. I forget. I started the 15-minute thing, but there is a counter right there. So, I can go with that. I do like the little counter that beeps when I'm done, though, but anyway, in trauma therapy this week, it was kind of the week I have to have with every therapist, because I said to my therapist, I was telling her that about the truck issues, and I said my ex-wife will pay for it, and I'm going to pay her back. And she's like, "What? What?" So this week in trauma therapy was the week where I sit and tell I let my therapist have fun with me and hear all the fun stories in my life. All the stuff that's the wedding, other stuff that that may come up later. But we actually didn't talk much about trauma, the previous trauma. She did ask me, this is my number one cat shirt. This is the first cat shirt I ever had. And those who know me know I went through a cat shirt phase. And I still have 40-something. I don't wear them every single day anymore. But there was about 3 years of my life where I wore cat shirts every single day. And it was mid-pandemic. Halfway through the pandemic, I was like, why do I do this to myself? Why do I put these weird rules on myself? Because to wear a cat shirt every day for 3 years, it takes an effort. And I'm like, why do I put these? Anyway, I still love cat shirts. I still wear cat shirts, but I don't wear cat shirts every single day. Goals. I have this thought of a goal that I think is doable. That is, I have two manuscripts in my Google Docs. I have a manuscript, I may have talked about it on here. I have a manuscript called the Complete Biography of James Frederick Thompson Jr., which is a biography that starts from my birth and ends when I had my name changed at 19. And the way I don't know if that will ever see the light of day, that biography, but it's being written. I started writing it, and it's more than a decade old, that manuscript. And I've, transferred it to Google Docs now. But it started off and literally just scribbled. It was like a notebook. It was just a notebook for a long time. And the idea of that notebook that book is to write a book that sounds as if, that to the unknown reader, the reader who doesn't know me personally, would read it and think, I'm going to kill myself at the end of the book. Make it sound like it's written like a big suicide note. Because I was suicidal for most of my teenage years. I thought about it all the time. I changed my name to Tombstone, thinking, I'll kill myself, and then they'll have to put me in a tombstone, in a grave, with a tombstone that said Tombstone. And I thought that was funny. I now realize that you don't automatically just get a tombstone when you die. But, so there's that book. But finishing that book doesn't feel like it's a maybe one day goal, really. But it's so much, because that book is writing out my trauma of the first 19 years of my life. Just all the trauma I had in the first 19 years of my life. And it's a lot! But the second biography that I have is called The History of Glitter and Clown, How to Discover Your Inner Clown. And I've got just an outline and the first chapter written on that. And I think that's doable. I think one of my goals that I've just come to recently is that I want to self-publish that book, the History of Glitter Clown, How to Discover Your Inner Clown. And my vision is that it's going to be be like a coffee table book, a big book, because I want some, a few glossy page pictures in there, intermixed with there's like a page or a few pages of a story, like first time I did this, when I did this, followed by maybe one or two page of tips on how you could discover your inner clown, and then followed by each chapter like that, 2-3 pages of a story of my life, a page of a tip how you can discover your inner clown, something you need to do to discover your inner clown, followed by 2 or 3 glossy pages of glorious pictures of myself. That's my vision. It's a goal. I have a goal now, which is good. I still don't know if that's my life's purpose, but I feel it's good to have a goal. How to get to that goal? I mean, first of all, the good thing about having a book writing as a goal is that you don't need any money to write the book. You just need time to sit and write the book, which I'm struggling with the idea. You know, my therapist that I had, my recovery therapist, said to me, I said something about losing my keys, and she said, "Oh, that's your ADD." And I never thought I was ADD before, but when you have a therapist say, "Oh, that's your ADD," like, oh, I guess I have ADD. I guess I do have ADD. And I'm really kind of having a life moment where I'm like, I think I really do have attention deficit disorder. And I never thought I did before because I can sit down and focus when I need to. I have to say I don't love it. And now that I'm looking back with the idea of, do I have ADD? I failed ninth grade math twice because I refused to do homework. In school, I never did homework. I won't say never, but rarely. I hated homework, and I only did it if I absolutely had to. And I found that most classes I could get around without doing homework. If you make good enough grades and everything else, then you can get around doing homework. The reason ninth grade math I couldn't is because she had a point system, and she had it so that the homework was like 1/3 of your goal, so you could not, or maybe even more, maybe half of your, whatever it was. I could not. There was literally not a mathematical way you could pass math without doing your homework. And the only reason I eventually passed that class was because I had a study hall that third year. I had study hall right after. I have a goal now. I'm still working through the trauma therapy. We have so many more traumas to go through, but we didn't really cover anything new in trauma therapy this week. I have a sneeze. I feel like I'm about to sneeze and I can't hold it. Maybe I can. Anyway, goals. I still need, writing a book is not like a life goal, though. Well, maybe it is. Some people it is. And for me, it's all I got to work with right now. But more than a goal, I want to find my purpose. I want to find, what it is I should really be spending my life and time on. What is it that I care about so much that I should really be focusing on? And when I first started teaching after school, I thought, maybe that's it. Maybe my goal is I should be teaching improv to kids. And, of course, I've now switched to chess to kids. But I thought maybe that's it. And I do get... could I? It's too much to get away. Is it? Yes, it is. Anyway, I have a little child made for me this week. Just a full page that says J, is a lowercase j, I heart you, and her name at the bottom. And little moments like that with kids, oh my God, it's so cute when a little kindergartner writes, Mr. J, I love you. Like how sweet is that? But I don't know. Kids are not my purpose. I just need to find something that I really feel. I thought for a while it was comedy. I thought for a while it was singing. I thought, things come and go. And I've tried them. I've been relatively successful. I could start doing comedy shows tomorrow if I wanted to. I just don't know that I feel very weird about performance right now because I feel like performing is for other people. And I spend a lot of time performing to other people, and I just need to know what I want for me now, and that's a hard question to answer. I don't know that there is an answer really, but that's what I'm in search of right now. I'm in search of what is my goal, other than stay sober, don't do any more crystal meth, and right now I guess write that book, finish that book. Once I finish the writing of the book, once I write 10 chapters and the 10 things that I suggest for you to do for your inner clown, then I can start, I guess, fundraising to publish it, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, oh, there's 15 minutes. Remember, change is good, transition is hard, and when life is at its most challenging, it's exactly when you should stop and say, thank you.